afternoon. I'm back out at the field where I found that piece of interesting bronze rim. It's got a very old looking patina. It's about 4 inches long, but it's also been impacted on the outside. About a third of the way along, you'll see that the radius departs, but the bulk of the radius turns out to be about 2 feet. Now, most posnets and cauldrons from the Middle Ages and before tend to be a little bit smaller than that. It's possible, therefore, that it broke during the course of heating. Why that should happen, I don't know. Also, that it may have been in situ in the ground and it's broken subsequently because it's been in the ground. I'm going to rerun over all of the area where that piece was found. Now, the treasure laws state that you can find a piece of bronze which is prehistoric, which is basically to the end of the Bronze Age, but if you find a second piece, part of the same item, it has to be declared as treasure. So I've only found one piece so far, but it will be put on the PAS obviously because it's interesting. Right, now I established some photos because of the confusion yesterday which excavation I should be looking for to find where the piece of bronze rim was, and from the photos I established it was here. But what's interesting is there's a signal. Clearer in my headphones than it is in speaker mode. Although it's iron, it's coming up to 20 there. Full depth. Right. Yeah, so every piece almost every piece has iron tone. That one's the clearest, so we'll look at that and see if it is ironstone. That's setting it off. About 4 feet from where the piece of bronze was. Right, appears to be a forged nail. So we got a forged nail. It's come into focus. Obviously, you have no idea as to the age of these things. The weaker -8 signal from this piece is that an iron nail from the last one. That's in all metal. Oh, we've got something there, very faint. It's either a bit of rust or a tiny fragment of iron. Something so small that right. Yeah, it's a tiny piece, as I found yesterday, I believe. I think that's ironstone. I don't know if you can see that, but I think that's a tiny piece of ironstone. Very, very small, but just about giving a signal. See the red colour coming through there. Yeah, a fragment of ironstone. So that's what we're picking up around the piece of bronze that I found last week. Right, so as I swing over the point where I found the piece of bronze, you can hear tiny bits of ironstone. Tiny, tiny pieces. About 50 feet away from where the bronze piece was found, I've got a mixed tone iron, 15 and -5. So I suspect it's iron. What have we got? Looks like another, I don't know, interesting. Let's get the toothbrush on that a minute. Looks like another piece of broken pot, doesn't it? So hard to say. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. Interesting though. Has it got green coming through, or is it? I think that could be bronze. Also in the spoil of that hole, where I've just found that piece of, I think it's bronze, there's some ironstone. Quite a sizable piece this time. I think that's ironstone. Right, but still about 50 feet from where the piece of bronze was, I've got an iron. This was -5 all the way. This signal, where have you gone? So pure iron tone. Another piece of iron. It's a nice, interesting shape too. That looks like, I don't know. Let's get the water bottle on that. So, an arrow of bits of iron. No decoration, unfortunately. Does look quite interesting though, given it was an iron tone. I was in relic mode and it came up as -5, so just get a feeling it's old. Could be wrong. Still just 50 feet from the piece of bronze that we found last week. Got a piece of iron in here, -6. I think it's going to be a nail, this one. See the hole that it came out of. Or just a nondescript piece of iron. Yeah. No, it's a nondescript piece of iron. Goodness knows what that is. Still only 50 feet from a piece of bronze, but 18. It had a lot more iron tone in it when I first looked at it. It's 18 -2 anyway. Right, there's that bit in the side wall down there. It's only down at about 5 inches, so whatever that is. I don't know if that's responsible for the 17 though. So tenuous, this. Where is it? Right, it's stuck on the end of my... Oh, it's a nail. It's an iron nail. We'll see if the 17's still there now. And if not, we'll move on. 11 here. I believe it's quite shallow. It's right near the top of the clod, so that's a bullet. It's a tiny 2-2 bullet. You see that? Don't know if you can, but tiny bullet. A 10 or 11 from that hole there. Let's look at the bottom part. It's in here then. In there. That's about 5 inches deep. Ah, found these before. Silver. Is it a silver? I think that is, isn't it? Found one up the top over the other side. Right over there. But and I thought it was an earring. They do appear to be made of silver, but not really sure. Anyone got any clues? Gratefully received. 10. Oh, it's there. Ah, it's a shotty. It's a shotgun cartridge end. Right, now 200 or 300 feet from that bronze piece that we found last week. 11 or 12. Oh, that's a worm. He can go back in. Ah, where is it? Oh, I've dropped it. Ah, it's a 303. Ubiquitous 303 cartridge. World War II, I suspect. Or World War I. Right, this was a 9 or 10. Not very deep at all. It is in my hand. It's not in that bit though. It's in here. Ah, is that a bullet? Tiny 2-2 bullet, I think that's what it is. Tiny thing. So the Vanquish does well in finding these tiny things. Target close to the surface, within about 50 or 60 feet of where my piece of bronze was last week. I think this is modern. Yeah, it's just a great iron bar. Hedge fodder really. Don't know whether to take that home with me. Bit of tubing. Right, we're still within about 50 feet of where last week's bronze item was found. There's 17 down there. Could it be a bit of non-ferrous? Piece of lead. Is it a random piece of lead? Hard to say. No, I think that's got something on it. Interesting. It's got something on it. A piece of lead with something on it. I think. What is it though? Not a gaming piece, is it? Oh dear. Well, that's very interesting. Can't say what it is at this point. I do believe it's got an arrow or something, hasn't it? What do you think? Is that an arrow? I can get it into focus for you. And then the other side is just rounded. Might be just coincidence. I don't think so though. Not sure. Right, may make this the last target. So I've got to get on today. It's 2 days in a row. It's in my hand, whatever it is. God, that's tiny. That's the end of a tack, I think. It's the end of attack. There we are. Can you see that? I think that's going to be my parting shot today. Right, that's it for December the 3rd. After yesterday's foray, finding a few bits and pieces, but nothing ancient. Today we'll have a closer look at that other piece of what might be bronze, but good to scour that area where the bronze rim turned up last week. I'll post the finds up now. Thanks very much for watching as usual, and I'll see you on the next trip. Right, quick roundup. 31 finds over 2 days. The first day, oddly enough, I only found 11 finds. So bottom left this way is the first day, and top right is the second day. So 11 finds on the first day, and as I say, 20 finds on the second day. Starting off with these bits of what I described as machine. That one's got a sort of copper alloy tip on it. I don't know if I can get that into focus, but it's a bit strange. Don't know what that is. Bit of old iron tube. We got a bolt. That bolt is threaded. This is the second day, incidentally. We got a couple of 2-2 bullets. That there, I think, is an earring. It's certainly made of silver. I found one, as I say, a couple of fields across about a month ago. Typical shotgun cartridge end, 2 World War II or World War I 303 bullets, forged iron nails, 3 bits of, I think, ironstone, and then these things are here are bits of stone, so you got chalk, a piece of ironstone, but this piece of pottery was interesting because it's very near to where the piece of bronze was found in the last video. That could be Iron Age. I'm not sure if it's Roman. It's actually softer than I thought. If you have a look, it's got a bit of grog in it. But yeah, that's very old. I don't think it is medieval. I think it's either early medieval or earlier than that. Could be Roman or Iron Age. Then the 2 most interesting pieces on the second day. This is about 60 feet from where I found the bronze rim piece, and it's also bronze. I don't know if you can appreciate the weight of it. It's a slightly more brown colour, but all I can think is it's the base of something, because it's squared off at the base, at the bottom rather, where at that point there, and it's I don't know. I thought pot leg, but I don't think it's a pot leg. Anyone have any ideas? Let me know. But that looks very old. Also near to there, this iron thing has an interesting convex cross section, and I think it's, I don't know. There's a sort of broader piece across the top there. Could it be a wedge for driving into wood or something of that nature? Some sort of tool. And then moving, sorry, I meant to mention this. This was the final find of the day. Looks like the end of attack, which I did find numerous of along the former tree lines, where the tree lines used to define the field edges. Oh, this here, this piece of lead now, it looked like it had a design on it, but I'm now more inclined to think it's possibly a musket ball that's just hit something very hard. I'm not sure. I'll post a picture up, and if anyone has any brighter ideas, let me know. It's unusual. In the same general vicinity as these other pieces, near to the bronze rim. And then these things were found on the Monday, the day before. Undiscernible coin, probably a halfpenny from the Georgian. Again along the tree line, 303. Win a lot. It's a dog's life. Now this is metallised plastic, funny enough. Another forged nail, bit of aluminium, a piece of lead, 2 bits of lead in fact, and this, when I cleaned it up, turns out to be an old chain. So I have no idea about ages for things like this. Could even be Roman, I don't know, I doubt it. It may well have been used when they pulled the trees out, but it was quite deep, down at about a foot. And that's it. Oh, a Victorian 4-hole button. Rather cute little button there. That's it. Bit of wire. Thanks very much for watching once again. There's definitely some ancient activity in that area. Hard to say whether it's Roman or Iron Age or early medieval. I'd like to think it's the latter, but at the moment I don't have anything definitive to give it away precisely. But I think we're getting closer. It's just a matter of, if that's the 4th or 5th trip, doing some more work, possibly when it's ploughed in the spring. Thanks for watching. If you do like my videos, please give us a like, and I will see you soon.